Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to make something really simple. First, I want to tell you, the Bible talks about being hospitable. Sometimes you've got company that you didn't plan on, and it's good to have a few basic things in the cabinet so that you can put something together quickly. Many times when people come over, I have found they're pretty hungry and they don't want to wait a long time. I remember one Sunday when my husband was still living, we were on a trip and we had been ministering at a church. He'd been preaching, and we were, after the service, we got to the house of the pastor, and my heart sank because she was going to start cooking from scratch at 2 in the afternoon. And I thought, oh, I'm hungry now. So what I'm telling you is sometimes you have to be ready. People don't want to wait 2 or 3 hours. I like simple things. And you know what? I found a cookbook that I've had a long time ago. I think I had it when I was first married. And so I opened that cookbook and I thought, I'll make something out of that. We should have these things on hand if you get into a bind. The Bible tells us we should be ready to tell people about the faith that we have in our heart anytime. And I think it's true about a good meal. Be prepared. I'm going to make tuna casserole today. I'm going to use noodles, tuna, cream of mushroom soup, onions, just a little onion, milk, cheese, and chips. You can use chicken. Chicken comes in a can too. Have either chicken or tuna on hand. It'll be your best friend, I promise you. So I've got the noodles already cooked. Put them in the casserole. You don't have to grease it or anything. Just put it in like that. I can stir everything right there. Okay, let's dump the tuna in first. With any meal, you gotta have a protein. And whether you like tuna or not, it's very good for you. I had a doctor friend telling me one time, people don't understand how good tuna is for you. Well, he didn't have to convince me. I like tuna, but if you'd rather have chicken, that's fine too. I remembered many years ago, my friend and I made salmon. We made the similar dish using salmon. And when it was ready, I think she and I must have eaten half of it. It tasted so good. This is what I call comfort food. So now we have our tuna in there, or your chicken, and then let's dump the soup in. You don't have to this is not rocket science. It's easy. Cream of chicken soup, I always try to have at least 2 or 3 cans in my cabinet. You can get it at Walmart for just 50 cents. Go for it. It's cheap. So you put the cream of mushroom soup, mix it together, making sure it all gets some, because the noodles are kind of thirsty. So there you have your cream of mushroom soup. I don't especially care to sit down and eat it, but I sure like it in things I make. Then we'll have a half a can of milk and put it on top. Mix it all together. So the chicken, you can either use tuna or chicken. It doesn't matter. If you wonder, maybe your guests don't like tuna, if they're not fans of tuna, everybody likes chicken. So have a can of chicken. It comes just like I showed you, the tuna can. I say when in doubt, have chicken. Then then we're gonna add a few onions. And this is a secret someone passed on to me. I cut them up and keep them in my freezer. That way I don't cry every time I cut the onions. But remember, we don't need very many. Just a few will do. But remember, Tears are a language God understands. And sometimes we cry, but that's not the end of the world. Jesus did too. And if somebody's sad, cry with them. That's the nicest thing you can do. Okay, some people like peas. Not too many are fans of peas. I don't know too many little kids that like peas, so maybe leave them out today. Then I would put a little bit of, I kind of put a little bit of cheese in here. We'll be putting some more in later. Put a little bit of shredded cheese. This is cheddar, mild cheddar. You might like sharp. And you might like it a little more yellow. Whatever you like, it'll turn out really good. Okay, that's it. You know, some people say you talk about following Jesus and you make it sound too simple. Well, it is. He just said, believe on the Lord Jesus Christ. That's all there's to it. It is simple. Some of the nicest things are simple. So this is it. You can serve at least 4 people. Or maybe like my friend and I, a couple hungry ones. Okay, now we'll just put a little more cheese on top so that when it's done in the oven, it'll have the cheese on top. And then crush a few chips. Any kind of chips will do. I have these veggie strips, so they'll do it just fine. Crush them on top. The only ones I don't recommend are Doritos. You gotta have some that don't have a lot of flavor. We'll use the Doritos another day. And that's it. Preheat your oven to 350. Put it in for 30 minutes and then check on it. Maybe 5 more minutes after that, and it might be ready in 30. But I know you're gonna enjoy it.